This is Arvin Vohra, founder of Vohra Method and author of How to Get into an Ivy League College. In this video, I'm going to talk about the two most important components of any college essay. The first component is obvious, narrative. This is the story. This is what happened. This is the specific challenge that you face. It's what you did, all that kind of stuff. It's the plot. But if you've read a lot of college essays, you've probably notice that there's this whole other part, this part where people just think about what they experience, where they describe it, they make connections, they analyze it. This is the musing or analysis part of a college essay. Generally speaking, the simplest way to work these together is you just write a paragraph of narrative, then a paragraph of musing, then a paragraph of narrative, then another paragraph of musing, back and forth. You can start with musing, you can start with narrative. It doesn't really matter what way you do it. That's going to be the simplest way. Some people try to interweave them more. Honestly, either one works fine. It doesn't really matter. I've done both, and I've seen many students do either of those with a great level of success. So, you know what narrative looks like and what makes it good. The vividity of it, the excitement of it. Does it spark curiosity? Does the reader want to know what happens next? But the narrative is not actually the most important part. The part of this that really matters is the musing and analysis. That's where you need to show that you can think unexpectedly. That's where the reader's supposed to stop and say, whoa, I never would have thought of it like that. The musing and analysis part, that's where you show your intelligence. That's the part of the college essay that gets you in. That's the X factor. That's that part that everyone is trying to do, but nobody can quite exactly figure out how to put their finger on what that thing is. And in your Vohra Method college essay training, you'll certainly learn how to do it. There are many ways to do musing and analysis, but there's three that we're going to teach you and you're going to master. First is reversals. A reversal is where you take something commonly accepted and turn it on its head. It can be a definition. You just turn it sideways, turn it upside down, make it backwards. It could be a cliche. An original might be, don't judge a book by its cover. The reverse will be, don't judge a cover by its book. You can also, you might reverse a famous quote, something that maybe Einstein said or John Locke or something, and you show how you reverse it or disagree with it or something like that. So reversals, that's going to be a big way to get some good musing or analysis going. Here's another one, similarities. How does this work? You find two things that are totally unrelated to each other, and you start listing the similarities that you can find between them. Your first 10 are going to be super boring. Maybe your first 20 will be super boring. But eventually you're going to come up with something clever and unexpected. Maybe it's the 21st thing. You delete 1 through 20 and you just put that 21st thing that's going to be clever. And if 21st and 22nd, 23rd are all clever, you just figure out what's the most clever. The goal of the musing and analysis is to put clever things on paper. That's the whole thing. The narrative is there just as an excuse to get that musing and analysis on there. That it's just there as a shell for that. The final technique that you're going to use quite a bit for musing and analysis is finding differences between similar things. What are similar things? Like a ballpoint pen and a gel pen are very similar, but exploring the differences might highlight some interesting idea somewhere. You'd list all the differences you can think of and then keep listing, and eventually you'll get to something unexpected. The musing and analysis is the core of the college essay, and it will usually also take up more space. If your narrative is 20 sentences total, the musing and analysis will probably be 40 sentences total. This is the most important part of a college essay. It is the core of the college essay. It is the skill that you will focus on the most in your Vohra Method college essay training. And if you master this, you're going to get in to many highly competitive colleges.